Hey everyone, Jason Weckerle here. Right now I'm out night fishing for largemouth bass, maybe a couple walleyes. I'm not sure if they're gonna bite or not. We're kind of coming out of a cold front right now. I've been catching some bass at night, a few walleyes here and there still, but every night's different. One night you get a good amount of them, the next night it's really slow or lousy. But let's see what happens and hope for the best. So a boat just went by full of people being kind of loud. They're nice people. They have the right to be out here. But it's not very good for nighttime fishing when everything's silent and then that noise comes through. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna catch any fish or not. Sometimes you would be surprised. I've caught fish with boats going through here before. Usually it tends to spook the fish. So hopefully we can get a couple more bites here, because I might try some other locations tonight. Bounce around from lake to lake, pond to pond, hope for the best. But so far I've had 2 bites. Not sure what they were. One of them was a real hard thump on the spinner bait. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so I just switched to fishing a quiet pond. I had a couple bass blow up on my whopper plopper lure, a larger size whopper plopper. Probably the standard size. Really big fish. I really am disappointed I didn't hook those fish. But I moved from a lake to a pond now just to see what happens. There's some big bass in this pond, so hopefully I can get a couple on Topwater. It's been a slow night for me so far, but it's very quiet and peaceful. Can't ask for more, but let's catch some fish. Well, here's fish number 1 for the night, about a 14-inch largemouth bass that I caught on a black jitterbug lure. I had about 4 more bites before I caught this one. Hungry little bugger that wanted some topwater, so let's catch some more fish. I think I'm on to a little bite window here now. Very nice. Just caught bass number 2 on the black jitterbug, classic lure. Sorry if I'm blinding you guys with my headlight, but I gotta get this fish hooked and back. They're biting good, and I just missed a really nice bite, so glad I found them. Just caught another fish on the jitterbug, lost about 6 more, including one that was probably about 4 pounds. These fish are hitting so freaking fast. Sometimes just throwing the lure and the line and slack right at me. It's just crazy. They're very hungry right now. I gotta love that black jitterbug when it comes to pond fishing. Not a bad fish, but we can get bigger, I think. Another bass right here. This one's about 15 inches long. Nicest fish of the night so far. Again, on the black jitterbug. One of the oldest topwater lures out there. But I'm gonna get this fish back. Try to get another one. They're biting like crazy right now. Well, got another largemouth bass. This is like the 7th one of the night, and I've missed like 12 bites. Sometimes they blow up 5 times and still don't get the hooks. But I'm just using that black jitterbug. It's like 1:30 in the morning. Don't underestimate nighttime fishing for bass. Sometimes it's even hotter than daytime fishing. I'm gonna get this fish unhooked, get it back. Nice fish, about 16 inches long. Holy crap, I just caught a giant panfish on the jitterbug. This is, I believe, a warmouth bass, but it's like 11 inches long on a jitterbug. Kind of speechless right now, but I'm gonna get this fish off the hook so I don't hurt the fish's mouth too much, get her back and get some more fish. Well, just caught another decent sized largemouth on the black jitterbug as usual. I'm trying the larger whopper plopper and they keep missing it every time they hit it. They seem to like the slow, steady retrieve of this jitterbug. It just goes bloop, 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 bloop. Slowly on the surface. I've been getting constant blow-ups, missing fish, catching fish. Even caught a big panfish on this thing tonight, so it's been a fun night. Just disappointed I lost one about 18, 19 inches long. But I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm gonna catch some more fish. And got another one here on the classic jitterbug. Don't know how many times I said jitterbug tonight, but my favorite topwater lure at night is the jitterbug. Came out like back in the 1930s or 40s. One of the oldest topwater lures ever made. And it's never stopped producing. Let's get some more fish. It's just one after another, and I feel like I'm catching the same year class of fish. But I'm having a ton of fun right now. Goes to show you why I like to go night fishing, because it's peaceful, quiet. Sometimes some of the best fishing occurs. Let's try to get this guy off the line now. Keep catching them. I'm probably gonna end up leaving here before they stop biting. That's how good the fishing is tonight. Awesome. Well, here's fish number 15 tonight. I haven't gotten all of them on video, but I'm trying to get as many of them as possible. Again, the top jitterbug, like the topwater jitterbug, is killing it tonight. Slow retrieve, nothing fancy. Just lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time, because in 2 hours we have a cold front coming in, and I think they're just going nuts right before that cold front. We might also have a moonrise soon, so that could have something to do with it. Nice fish. I'm gonna catch some more. Another bass on the jitterbug. This is probably fish number 19 tonight. I just lost a really big one again, so 2 of them tonight have been probably about 4 or 5 pounds. I've caught big fish in this pond in the past, so it's not surprising at all. This fish I thought was going to be a lot bigger, but he hit that lure about 3 times before I finally hooked him on one cast. So I gotta get this fish back. Just one after another. Nighttime fishing's a blast. Well, I just had a big fish break my not my whopper plopper, my jitterbug off, unfortunately. It was probably about a 4-pound fish, and it went into these thick weeds and my line broke. But the fish don't seem to be minding this whopper plopper at all, even this larger size. Not a big fish, but still catching fish, but still bummed out that I lost a jitterbug that I've had for like 20 years now. I had it souped up with split reins and Gamakatsu hooks. Oh well, I got a few more of those things laying around anyways at home. Well, I just stopped at home really quick to stock up on some water. It's about 3:45 a.m. now in the morning. Caught a lot of bass at that pond. I could have kept on catching them, but once I lost my jitterbug topwater lure, the bite kind of slowed down, and the fish I was getting to hit that bigger whopper plopper, they just weren't hooking up. I'm gonna put some thinner, one size smaller, thinner treble hooks on that bait, like some Gamakatsus or mustad hooks, because those hooks are so thick that come on that lure, I don't think that the hooks are penetrating the fish's mouth enough. Plus, I wasn't catching the biggest bass, but I did lose 3 really big ones, unfortunately. But I could have sat there all night and probably caught the same size fish. But I want to try some lakes now and maybe catch some walleyes. Maybe try some more topwater fishing, but let's see how this video ends. Sorry if you heard my cat here. What you doing, buddy? Yeah, always interrupting videos, aren't you? What's up? Meow. All right, Dad's got to go fishing. You gonna let me go? Can I go fishing? Come on. Yeah? Jeez. Not letting me out the door. This is what I deal with when I'm trying to get out the door. My cat's guilt tripping me that I go fishing, that I don't spend time with them. All right, I'm gonna get going. All right? And now here's another one. Can Dad go fishing? Blocking my way too. All right. I just wanted to show you guys the 2 lures I was using tonight and explain to you the type of gear I was fishing those lures on and how I was retrieving those lures. The lures I was using are right here. This is the classic black jitterbug. I like to replace, I put some split reins on these baits because the hooks come just attached to these little holders. And the split reins let the hooks swing more freely. You tend to hook more fish and keep them hooked. But you just cast and slowly reel that bait just fast enough so that you hear it going bloop, 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 across the surface, shaking back and forth. Very simple, steady retrieve. The other bait was this standard size whopper plopper. I call it the mid size because they do make a musky size one, but this one's the largest in the bass spectrum of things. I usually go with the smaller size, but at nighttime I like using this bigger lure. It's a lot louder. Again, you just reel it slow, medium retrieve, just fast enough to get that propeller moving on the back. Fish them on medium heavy action 7-foot bait casting rods, and you should be set to go. You could fish them on spinning rods, but bait casting rods hold up to these heavier baits a little bit better. And if you're going to be fishing around heavy cover, you want something that's a little bit more sturdy. 12-pound to 20-pound line, or you can go with about 10 to 30-pound braid. But piece of cake, nothing fancy, just old school nighttime topwater fishing. It's something not a lot of people do, but I've been fishing all day today, not catching a damn thing really. All of a sudden, I go back to that pond I was fishing earlier today and not catching much, and it was on fire. So we got about an hour and a half before the cold front moves in. I'm sure that's going to shut the fishing down. Let's see if we can catch some walleyes and bass before this video is over. Also, one more thing, I got this 3-inch white Berkeley power grub. This is the ribbon tail version on a 1/16 ounce jig head, 4-pound test on a light action rod. That's for walleyes, white bass, smallmouth, whatever wants to bite tonight. But otherwise I'll be throwing topwater lures around still. I could go back to the pond, But I got a little sick of fishing there. I caught so many fish, most of them the same size. And once I lost my jitterbug, it just kind of put a sour damper on my trip. So I just wanted to try somewhere else, see if the walleyes will hit. Well, it's moonrise, and that could have had a lot to do with the great fishing I just experienced topwater fishing for bass. So hopefully the walleyes will bite. When you got the sun rising with the moon rising, that's a pretty good combination of things. I've had a lot of success during those time periods. I always follow moonrise, moonset, sunrise, sunset, and it's never, I mean, I've caught a lot of big fish in my life and a lot of numbers of them, so it works out in my favor. Why wouldn't it work out in yours? Give it a shot. Follow those moon rises. You can find all that out on the weather apps, all the websites, stuff like that. But let's get out there and catch some fish like I keep saying. Driving to the spot right now. I got about 3 more minutes before hopefully I'm slaying some fish. We are here and it's absolutely beautiful out. We got the lake right over here. A blessing from God, Jesus. A beautiful sunrise with a moonrise going on. Let's shut up and catch some damn fish. All right, I'm just gonna throw the little 3-inch white twister tail, 1/16 ounce jig head. See what happens. A lot of carp hanging around right now, and I just had a bite. But I'm fishing this on light action rod, 7 feet long with 4-pound monofilament, Trilene XL monofilament. What do we got here? Mr. Smallmouth Bass. Oh wait, Mr. Largemouth Bass. Surprise, surprise. I don't get a lot of largemouth out of this lake. Little baby. Everything loves a twister tail. Alright, let's see what else wants a twister tail right now. Ooh, got something big. What do I have here? Wow. What? This might be a muskie or it might be a carp or something. What is it? Should be a big smallmouth too. I have to take my time with this fish, because I do not want to lose this fish. I still haven't seen what it was. I'm hoping it's a big smallmouth or a muskie or pike or big walleye, but kind of fighting like a carp. But it felt like it nailed it, so I'm not sure. I mean, I've caught fish on I've caught carp on twister tails before. I'm not guessing smallmouth anymore with the power of this thing. Smallmouth fight hard, but Hopefully I'm wrong and it's a freaking 8-pounder. I'm only using 4-pound test lines, so taking my time, trying to keep the pressure on them, but the drag loose on my bail or on my reel. Channel catfish, a very nice size one, and he hit my twister tail. First time I ever got a catfish on a twister tail. Pretty cool. Fights better than a walleye anyways. A walleye comes swimming up, so they're here too right now. I gotta get this fish landed and just taking me down the shore. Son of a bitch, he broke my line. I knew it. My freaking line hit a rock down here and it just snapped. Oh well, let's tie on and get another fish. This is definitely one of those moments where my heart's broken. That catfish was really big. I'm sorry I couldn't get it on video for you guys. I can't film with a GoPro at night, but I'm really disappointed right now. As you can see, excuse my language in that last clip when I lost the fish, but my stupid line hit this sharp rock over here, kind of bent around it, and the fish just shook off when I was trying to reach down for it. I should have brought a net. Lessons learned. Those lessons are always learned when you don't bring your net, but once you bring your net, then nothing bites. But I'm gonna tie back on and try to catch another fish, because I seen a walleye following that catfish. I could see its eyes glowing. Decent sized looking fish too, so I know there's a couple around. Well, let's hope the next fish doesn't break my line and break my heart. So I really wanted to catch that channel catfish. I'm just gonna throw the white twister tail on the 16th ounce jig head again. Curly tail, grub, twister tail, whatever you want to call them. Starting to get light out now, so I might throw some other lures around for a little bit too. But that's the trouble with using light line. You don't win them all, and if I didn't have my line hit a rock down here, I probably would have landed that fish. Just a freak accident. There's a lot of sharp rocks around here. Can't win them all. That's fishing. There we go, I got something. Mr. Rock Bass. Getting some selection tonight. Catfish biting, rock bass, sunfish, largemouth bass. It's been a good couple hours so far. I'm still disappointed I lost that catfish, but I'll catch more catfish in my lifetime. It was just cool that I hit a twister tail on light action gear. But let's catch some more fish. There we go. That's another fish, and it feels like a good one. It feels like a really good fish. Maybe another catfish, but it's fighting with a walleye or a smallmouth. Ooh, smallmouth bass. Man, did they fight so hard for their size. Whoa. Fired up. Holy crap. For his size, he fought like a 5-pounder. Caught him on that white twister tail. Chunky fish. Some nice multi-species nights. I've only been out for about 2.5, 3 hours at the most, catching a lot of fish. I thought this fish was going to be a lot bigger, but I'm happy with it. There we go. What do I got here? I think it's another smallie. Or a white bass or something. What is, oh, a really skinny smallmouth. A really bright colored one. Oh my god. I haven't seen them this bright colored in years. Almost looks like a freaking white bass. Look at this thing. Hard fighter too for his size, man. Smallmouth have so much power. I like them better than largemouth, honestly. I've caught both species tonight. It's already early morning. Getting tired, but I'm catching fish, so it's hard to leave right now. Sadly, no walleyes yet. Here, let me show you guys the sunrise. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. That is exactly why I like night fishing, because you can see the stars. If you fish into the morning, you see the sunrise. Sometimes I fish sunset to sunrise and really put in a lot of time. But I put in about, I'd say about 3 hours between, well, give or take. I left at like midnight, came back home, got something to drink, ate, talked to my wife for about 45 minutes, and then I got back out between 4 in the morning till now. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. And I'm gonna catch some more fish. Lights just went out, so it's definitely morning time. Sorry for the crappy camera angles, but I'm working with a cell phone for this video. I didn't even think I'd be fishing into the early morning, but I stuck it out. I should have brought my GoPros. but I think I'm getting some decent footage. I'm catching fish, I'm showing you guys what I'm doing. And sometimes nighttime is the right time to be out on the water, and oftentimes it's the case. If you're dealing with high fishing pressure during the day, like lots of people fishing, a lot of boat traffic and pleasure boaters. I mean, fishing pressure spooks the fish. At night things get quieter. The fish come in shallower to feed on the smaller fish. And that's why I put a lot of faith in sunrise, sunset, night fishing. I play those moonrise, moonset periods. That's fishing, and if you learn how to do that, you'll catch a lot more fish. I promise you that. Another smallmouth bass. They're liking the twister tails this morning. That one jumped out of the water pretty good. I am not going to complain with smallmouth bass at all. What a blast. They're not huge ones, but they're nice size. They fight hard, especially on 4-pound line. Cannot complain. Another southeastern Wisconsin smallmouth. So my wife just said storms are moving in. Kind of does look cloudy, but when there's storms coming in, the fishing can get really good. I just tied on a Rapala original, however you say it. The guys around here in Wisconsin say Rapala. The guys in Minnesota say Rapala. But when we get pre-cold front, pre-storms, that can be a very good time to fish. Looks like a fish just came up right there. But let's get our lines back in the water. Just switched over to an 1/8 ounce jig head with a black and white 3.5 inch Berkeley power bait ripple shad. This is a really deadly paddle tail lure. I've caught tons of walleyes, smallmouth, pike, even panfish and white bass on that. Oh, there we go. There's a fish. Nice smallmouth on the ripple shad. Biggest one of the night. There we go. I knew that bait would work. Smallmouth loves swim baits. Smallmouth love curly-tailed grubs. That's a nice sized fish. About a 14.5, pushing 15 incher. Not too bad at all. First cast with that ripple shad. Let's see if we can get another one. I've had a pretty fantastic night of fishing. Probably caught about 20 fish total. I can't complain. I lost some big bass earlier in the night at that pond I was fishing. It was non-stop topwater strikes, which is just like having a heart attack every moment. I love topwater fishing. I didn't get any more fish once this big giant boat decided to come in and fish by the dam that's right over here. I don't know why guys insist on bringing big boats in the shallow, clear water, scaring all the fish, when there's hundreds of yards of shore fishing spots all around here. They come and park their boat right on a shore fishing spot when they have the whole entire river or lake to themselves. I mean, common sense and fishing etiquette doesn't go a long way with some people. And I don't mean to be a jackass, but I've seen so many big boats come in here, and it's only about 2 to 5 feet deep and crystal clear. you get a big boat going over the heads of those fish are gone. So once that boat came through, it's like my bite just absolutely stopped. I fished for about an hour more, had one more bite, saw a muskie come after my Berkeley ripple shad. It was like a 30-inch muskie. Really cool to see, a really green colored one, a lot of stripes on it, really pretty fish, but it didn't grab the bait. So I lost a catfish tonight, caught some smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, panfish, rock bass. It was a good night. It was a lot of fun bouncing around from lakes to ponds and just trying everywhere in this Waukesha County area. But if you guys like this video, subscribe to my page, hit the like button. Good luck fishing. Take care.